And are we live? Let's see. Help if I had that pulled up. Hello to those watching this on YouTube, and hello to those people who are joining us live, all two of you. I am your DM. You've seen my face many a times throughout the ages. Not in as much pain as recently, but that's due to uncooked rice. Turns out, children, if I may pass on some fatherly advice, clean and cook your rice thoroughly. Turns out it has a lot of natural fungus and bacteria on it if you don't, and will give you the shits. I think I can say that on Twitch at this point. I don't think I'm ever getting partnered, so.
Wrong campaign. This isn't the shits.
And if you do decide to eat uncooked rice, I highly recommend water, lots of water, and a protein bar. Otherwise, apparently you can't say simp anymore. Twitch, you haven't banned me yet, so, you know.
I mean, it's a pretty simple word.
Listen, this has become a game to me. Either Twitch is going to ban me and admit that I am right in the fact that I can say whatever I want, or they're not going to ban me, and I'm proven right that they're not going to ban me no matter what I say.
Because nobody watches.
As long as you don't have an audience.
The day I become popular is the day I get banned.
The day you get banned is gone.
You mean all 144 of my followers? I'm not popular yet? What the fuck?
No, the day you get verified is the day you get banned.
It's
He
not,
wouldn't get verified to
he's
begin
gone.
with.
Right.
yeah, they're not going to verify me anytime soon. I don't stream enough anymore. Alright. So, last time we left off. First off, if you're watching this on YouTube, the video right before this session was a rejected potential question mark. The reason why that is because it was not rejected potential directly, but was related to their campaign. That was a side group that I will run on occasion, mostly when we have free time, and because of that, that will be something that will go up on the rejected potential playlist, but not be directly influenced. Will not directly be involved with their campaign and the characters. They're more of doing side campaign stuff.
The stupidity that happened there was amazing. If you would here, go watch it.
Yeah, truly. It
Better
was,
not have soiled the name of the Silver Raven Empire.
you know what, Maya? That's a good point. You should go watch it, people, to find out what happened, including Maya, who has clearly not watched it yet.
Yeah, you should really go watch it.
However, last time we did leave off with Rejected Potential, the party had managed to find an old loot hoard from where a previous character in a previous campaign managed to nuke himself in the most fashionable ways. Party ended up going through the gear. A few got some interesting items, such as the Deck of Many Things with about 4 cards left in it, the Apparatus of the Crab, and a few items. So, you know, it was very interesting. You should go check out last week's episode. Otherwise, the party managed to go through the secret tunnel as they continued to sing throughout the entirety of the session once I mentioned it. To come out to the other side, where after avoiding a massive battle, and the first battle of the God War, and the defining moment, hopefully, in the age of Redivinity, the party managed to spot on the other side of the rather small sea, if you can even call it that, really, the massive Dragonborn army, getting on boats and getting ready to sail straight for Stonehold, which the party has now come out of the mountains to see, which is about an hour's hike down this mountain into Stonehold, where it is sitting as a very large stone stronghold. We come back. It is the middle of what would be the equivalent of June. In the year, I think I said like 35 AS or something like that. I'd have to look back at my notes to verify that. It's somewhere in the 30s, I can't remember. It's been a long time has passed. One moment, the DM made... Okay, we're good. Alright, and it's about midday as you guys have come out of the tunnel at this point. It's rather hot out, being right on the sea's front. The smell of salt in the air. A couple of notable characters that you were able to see on the other side, of course, as I mentioned last time, was a very large and very hulking-looking Yuan-Ti queen, as well as what looked to be a very large dragonborn with very bright yellow scales. You did see, but as you guys were coming out, a boat heading off and out towards the west. That looked like it had nothing to do with these rather large warships. Looked to be more of a smaller merchant ship. But otherwise, you guys are... What would you like to do as we come back?
Looks like we're getting close. It looks like they're about to be attacked. Plan?
Survive.
I like
think
that. I
that's
like
just a
that
given.
I like survive.
I think that's not a plan. I think that's just a given that we need to do.
No, survive
Probably.
means turn around and leave.
Am I
a
still in the
survival.
crab machine, by the way?
You are.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity.
Yeah, you
Okay,
were in
just
the crab.
clarifying. In the crab.
You and Kurgan are both in the crab currently. As you hear the roar of the dungeon master off in the distance.
It's more reason to run.
Alright, yeah. So, do you decide, are you guys gonna head back the way you came? Chancing?
I'm gonna point out that behind us, there's a war going on. In front of us, there's about to be a war going on, which we may be able to stop and gain allies. Your choice.
You know what? Lead the way.
Yeah,
I
let's
like
keep
this place
going.
better than that place.
Can someone repeat that? I'm having Discord issues. Can someone repeat what was just said?
Either we go forward into the battle happening now, or we go back to the battle we avoided earlier.
No, so the battle that's about to happen.
Yeah.
Well, what are the odds?
We never
Neither
tell you
of them
them.
look good.
We never.
Neither of them look good.
No. You never.
Both look very, very bad.
But this
Are
one
there-
hasn't started yet, so we might be able to stop it and gain the allies you need.
Maybe.
You're the leader here, so take your choices.
It's
You
the
make the choice.
Yuan-Ti army, correct?
It's a dragonborn army with a very large Yuan-Ti queen. She is of black scales.
Don't the
from what you can see.
Dragonborn hate us?
Dragonborn hate everybody.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah.
But,
It's a
but
general
isn't,
rule
like,
of thumb
the-
under Tautler's rule. Hate
No, but
everyone,
Royce-
trust no
You're not
one.
a dragonborn,
Royce
you're not
is-
a friend.
Isn't like the king of the Dragonborn like with the High Queen who wants to kill me?
From last you were told, yes, that would be the case.
So probably can't stop it. Isn't the other battle with the High Queen aren't there like other people fighting in it?
Yeah, there was a bunch of very large Viking-looking hog people, hog humanoids, alongside what looked to be a bunch of shrouded wizards or magic casters that were bringing a storm along with them.
What do we trust more, our diplomacy or the wizards?
Well, I mean, either way, we're probably dead. So, you make the choice for us. We're following your lead. If we die, it's on your conscience, not ours.
I'm asking this out of character. I've not said anything in character. I'm legit asking, like, as players, who do we trust more? I don't trust either of them real much personally.
Well, let's look
Like
at it this
our
way. There was a
chances.
god in one fight. There's not a god in the fight we're facing right now.
No, there's a queen, which is close enough. Yuan-Ti queens are scary.
I mean, to be
Ah, the
fair, if
Stonehold.
we kill the Yuan-Ti Queen, could you, Cheston, could you actually make, like, armor and stuff out of that? Because you're a smith? Like, could your character do that if we were to have to kill
mean,
her?
I have proficiency with smith's tools. I can try.
Not to bother mentioning, there's also the possibility of Kip being able to bring it back to life under our command.
Yeah, we have two people that can do something with this body.
So, I think going forward is the smartest idea.
I guess so. I guess our best choice for now is to keep going forward, see if we can be diplomatic. If not, and they overwhelm us, I say we keep running for it. We need to keep going forward and make these allies with the dwarves and half-dwarves. Slowing down is just going to get us caught in another battle.
Yeah, so...
Well, I'm gonna talk only to Tikva. Well, worst comes to worst, this thing can ride through water, so we can escape.
Yeah, and I'm out
Good
here
to
with the guy
know.
that can teleport, so... Kiss my
Yeah.
ass.
All right. So as you lot begin to head in that direction, Kips is still nowhere to be seen at this point, still in his lab. Heading down the mountainside, you see the boats are starting to head towards Stonehold. After about the hour it takes, nothing really significant. There's a few dwarves here and there that kind of eye you as you pass through a pseudo-town in this rather large forest that kind of surrounds Stonehold. Stonehold, being this massive keep, sits on a small, or what looks to be once a small mountain that was basically had the top cut off, and the stronghold built on top of it. Very cleanly, well designed. It looks like it's been rebuilt multiple times from the age of the different stone as you lot look around. The villagers seem to be a mix of normal mountain dwarves and half dwarves of sorts, working throughout. Going through, a few try to peddle their goods, nothing really catching your eye given that most of you are wearing gear that these peasants couldn't even dream to see. One of the guards seems to recognize that you lot are well armored and well armed, and seeing the apparatus of the crab and being a little confused by that, comes up and he's the stoutier folk. He looks to be almost of a hill dwarf's height with a mountain dwarf's bulk. And as he walks up to you in his full scale mail helmet and battle axe at his hip, he kind of looks at you lot and goes, can I assist you?
I'm going to point to Anton for a second and be like, two things. One, he needs to... Actually, no, I'm going to point to the crab. For someone in there is going to need to talk to you, for one. For two, there's an army outside your gates. We're not a part of it, but it's a very, very dangerous-looking thing, so be prepared.
I'm gonna open the hatch to let Tikva out, being the leader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
there's
I'll-
someone that needs to talk to you.
Yeah, I don't know. Should I fully leave the crab, or should I just, like, poke my head out?
That's up to you. I'm just opening the hatch.
Poke your head out.
Yeah, Tikva will stand up so she's out, but she's not gonna fully leave the crab for safety reasons, and, she'll look to it's a him, correct?
Yes.
Yes, him? Okay.
Mhm.
Looked at him and be like, we are passing through... We were on our way to a nearby dwarven town, which appeared to be decimated, and we're heading towards the next closest town we knew of. We are on the search for allies, but... And I shall gesture to behind them. There seems to be an airborne war taking place, so we are fleeing and making our way here through this place.
He kind of looks at you, puzzled for a moment, looking at you as you pop your head out of the crab. You're probably the first tiefling he's ever seen, by your guess, as this is a
Probably.
rather secluded village, and the port is further down the peninsula. And he just kind of looks at you, looks at the rest of your party, and goes, so, what you're telling me, I see you with all these magic gear, all this prosperity, if you will. You just show up at our village, running away from, and he looks up towards the mountains and seeing the clouds and hearing the thunder and seeing the lightning flash. You're running from a battle that's happening over there, and you want me to believe that A, you didn't cause it, and B, that you have a reason to run from anything.
Yes, because on the ship of one of those battling is, at the very least, the ex-goddess known as the High Queen. It's her ship, her army.
Sure.
And we are currently not on the best standing with her, so originally we thought it foolish to engage and had simply disguised ourselves to keep traveling. And then those wizards, who we don't know the origin of, nor do we fully trust, appeared and started to attack them.
And so, you made enemies of the supposed, as he puts his fingers up, High Queen, and you come here and you expect a warm welcome.
Not a warm welcome, simply no hostility as we keep on moving through. We have no intention to stay. By any means, we simply wanted to announce our presence before you assumed some sort of siege or hostility on our part.
Lassie, I think you should turn around with your friends and leave. I don't think you're kind of going to be welcomed here. Given everything that looks about you lot looks suspicious and dangerous.
I believe most any adventuring party of any sort would look suspicious and dangerous. To be honest, with the upcoming war, everyone is about as armed and dangerous as they can be.
What war are you talking about?
Have you not heard the news this far out? The God War is
There's
upon
no
us.
war.
No war in Bossing Say.
Bossing Say. God damn it.
There's no war. You lot can turn yourselves around. If you're looking for an inn, there's one down the street. Otherwise, I recommend you move on. There ain't any work for adventurers like you lot.
So is he telling us we have to go back towards the war just to move on through? Because our
He's
intention,
pointing-
I assumed, was to move on through.
He's pointing back towards the mountain entrance.
He said either we get a room here and just sleep, or we go back to.
And these are just the Dragonborn people. They're just.
This is
Not
these
like-
are dwarves. These are
These are
the-
dwarves.
Oh.
Dragonborn even in the
I
city.
thought we were talking to the Dragonborn.
No, no.
Oh.
This
Oh.
is the dwarf.
Well, thanks, Discord. I thought we were talking to the Dragonborn army,
Nope.
No.
and that.
They are still
The Dragonborn's still
water.
in ships outside the city. They're not in yet.
Oh. Can we reverse time for a second?
No. Poor Tikva
Well,
not knowing.
You're talking to a stocky dwarf.
It's not. It's Maya not knowing. I heard something about Dragonborn, and then it was like, "Oh, leader, come out the crab." I'm like, "Okay, time to stop the war."
No,
And you
Cameron
said-
just called you out like our leader's in there.
Tikva's gonna just sigh, and then where's the Dragonborn ship at? With UNT?
last you saw it was across the sea.
She's gonna gesture
Okay.
to it and be like,
Yeah.
"We had a good view coming into your village, and whether or not you
hush now, Queen. Yes, young lady,
I'm gonna
move
get out of
on.
the crowd. I'm getting out of the crowd.
No, sir." And she's gonna like raise her voice as she says this, her eyes glowing. "You have a ship full of Dragonborn, and Yuan-Ti on your way. Should we leave,
sure.
your village will be crushed, and I assure you of it." I'm gonna roll intimidation if I have to. She's not messing around with no dwarf. I don't need to make alliance with you, fuckface.
Can I give her advantage on that being intimidating? On
Would
the
have been
outside?
better if it was persuasion, but
No.
intimidation will do.
Note that for you.
Oh.
I have advantage on intimidation. I'm pretty good at that.
Well,
18 total, not the best roll, but
the man looks you up and goes, last thing I want to deal with is some demonic queen-looking woman. Now, crown on your head, the way you speak. It's not worth my time. Be on your way as you wish. And he turns and starts walking away.
Hooray!
like,
Crab
so
onwards.
okay, yeah, she'll accept
Crab
that.
and Walker
We have no
concluded
reason to
onward.
defend this town. Actually, she'll look to I already forgot your name because I've spoken to you so little in character. Kurgan. She'll look to Kurgan as she gets back in the crab. Do you know of any half dwarves that might be here? If there's none, I have no reason to stay.
Half dwarves in this city? DM, I think you said there were some in this city before.
Yep.
That's why we came here. Yeah. I'm sure we could find the group in this city. They're all over the place.
And then
And I'll start walking around in the crowd.
People are looking at
Following
you.
the crab.
Yeah, people are looking at you lot pretty funnily while you do that. Let's jump over quick.
Is there anyone that looks super poor? Like,
Kips, as you're sitting in your lab, you've been spending day and night working on this zombified figure. Still not managing to wake it. You've managed to sew it back together at this point.
Okay.
It doesn't seem, even when you cast spells, it doesn't seem to come to life for you. And you're not sure why.
We can make an assumption why, but I want to make sure. Is there maybe I can? You know what? I'll roll.
Okay.
Is that fine?
Yeah, roll Arcana.
Okie dokie. Thank you. Where did? My bad. I couldn't find my tab.
You're good, mate.
Arcana.
Let's see.
That's not good. That's a 7.
There's something magical about it. You're not sure what, but you're pretty sure it has to do with magic.
Oh, okay. Hey, that's a good. Can I roll to religion to see if it's religious?
Sure.
And that's 24.
You realize Hyonk was not a religious man.
All right, sure.
Fair.
There's no
But he's
divine
not-
magic.
All right, just wanted to check.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just not coming back, and I
Mhm.
keep trying to resurrect.
Mm-hmm.
Weird. Okay. I want to know more. Can I roll medicine?
Yeah, feel free.
Because I feel like I'm not working with a lot of information here. 27.
Yeah, you realize this isn't Hyonk's original body that you're trying to sew the head back onto.
What do you mean?
This human's body is not his body, his original body.
Huh?
He looks like, by the anatomy based on his neck, he has the body of a goose. You're not sure how he was a human for the time when he was killed.
So he's just a goose his head on a human body. Were there any previous stitches
Nope.
around the neck? What the fuck? What in the fuck?
It's at this point Roan comes over and looks at you and goes, "Oh. One portion polymorphed and the other didn't."
Did you polymorph him?
No, this is how we found his body.
What the fuck? Alright, is there any way that I can figure out how to make this work? Can I roll for something? I'm not sure how I could make this work.
You know, I'll give you a moment to contemplate what you can do.
Okay. Let me think about this.
As Kips gets out his thinking glasses, a nice little tobacco pipe that's actually just full of lemongrass.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And sits back smoking while Rowan continues to look at the body, staring at it weirdly. Alright, we'll come back to you in a moment.
Okay, I'm gonna think about this.
As the rest of the party kind of jaunts around in their crab, people are staring at you. You're gathering a crowd. The guard captain you ran into earlier seems to kind of follow you a lot a bit from a distance.
Is there anyone that looks desperately poor?
No,
Yes, get the
surprisingly,
poor people first.
this city's pretty well off from what you can tell. You have yet to see anybody begging or doing anything of that sort.
Kills my idea to gain the locals' trust. Because there looks to be anyone who would be a broker of information.
Yeah, there's a man who walks around with a sign on his chest that says, "I'm a broker of information."
Yeah.
10 gold
I was
pieces.
gonna say that.
Freya,
Yeah.
you know, go ahead and give me a history check.
Oh, good.
And this
Oh,
is
wait,
a
yeah, that
village,
is good
and we're
for
not
me.
at Stonehold yet. Right?
No, yeah.
Never
you're walking
mind.
through it.
I'm an idiot today.
Nice 7, dude.
Yeah, Freya, you don't know anything much about dwarves, nor how their, general information works. You'd assume some sort of barkeep would probably be your best bet, as it is in most cities, but, otherwise, yeah, you're not very familiar with the area.
Alright, being a dwarf,
I'm gonna leave it to the dwarf then.
it's my turn to try. Where are the info brokers?
Alright, go ahead and roll a history check, Kurgan.
+5, please get better than he did. I did better than he did, 18. Better than...
You've never been to a proper dwarven city in your life, having spent most of your time traveling around the Elven lands at this point, alongside the other Zarius clan members. As you look about, you kind of gather, yeah, an innkeep maybe, or a barkeep would probably be your best bet to get any information on this town.
Well, if we're gonna go to a bar, I gotta find somewhere to park the crab. Let's go.
Can't you turn into a barrel?
Well, yes, but someone could still steal it.
Yeah, we don't want people to
Not if
steal
it's
our
being
crap.
carried.
It's a very heavy barrel. I don't think any of us are strong enough to carry it.
I'd like to make
Well,
the point that
Anton
my
with his
carry weight.
catfish
I'm not
strength
wrong.
might be able
It's
to.
500 pounds. So
How much can a bag of holding
yeah,
hold?
it's a 500-pound barrel. But yeah,
Would I be able to fit the barrel in a bag of holding?
No, not at all.
We'll find. Look, we'll find an inn. I'll park it. We'll turn it into a barrel, and we'll see what we can do from there.
All right. As you lot start heading about, you realize there's a couple of inns in the city. Most are well off and well expensive, as this is the capital of the nation. Coming across
Wow.
one that's called the Golden Hammer, and it's legitimately it's just a hammer with or a wooden handle with a golden head, basically melded to a wall, and the words "Golden Hammer" plastered beneath it. As you enter, and you see a couple of dwarves here and there, but most of them seem to be keeping to themselves. The barkeep seems to be a short, brunette-looking, young dwarven fellow. A nice large scar going across his nose where it looks like someone's bitten it. And generally seems to be deaf, blind in one eye. I was about to say deaf in one eye. Oh my god. Yeah, blind in one of his eyes. You're not sure which, because they both look to be kind of clouded over, but man seems to be, pouring glasses here and there, and looks at you lot as a couple of dwarven women go about serving ale and food and such. The man, as he sees you lot enter in, before that though, Kurgan, what's your plan for this crab?
Well, after parking and turning it into a barrel,
Which gathers
gotta
a
think-
lot of onlookers, because this is the first time they've ever seen it. Most of them have ever
Yeah,
seen
we
a
need a way to
tiefling.
disguise it.
I'm gonna wait by the barrel when they go inside, and I'm just gonna watch it. I'm gonna look and be like, I'll watch the barrel.
Barrel, that works.
Okay. Alright. Freya, give me a perception check, please.
$16. My passive is 21, though.
Alright. As you lot go in, everyone but Kips, going into the bar, it's rather warm in
And
this...
me.
Yes.
I'm watching.
Yes. As you go into the inn, it's rather warm. The wood floors creak as you walk in. The smell of strong ale can be all about, and people seem generally cheery for the most part. There's a nice smell of cherry wood being burned at the fireplace. Note, it's like 100 degrees in this room, but, it's only 80 degrees outside. And the man just kind of looks up at you, all of y'all, and kind of confused, look at this. So, I heard a joke that started like this once.
Kurgan will give a good hearty laugh.
A tiefling, a human, and a dwarf walk into a bar. And the barkeep looks at him like, wondering why would they ever bother him in the slightest. Can I help you?
Who wants to start off with this talk?
Kurgan, you're the one who brought us here, man. You
Yeah,
speak.
that's true. I'm gonna go take a seat at the bar. Well, a drink, and then I have a couple questions. That's all.
I'm not really fond of serving strangers around these parts. Given...
A lot of gold. I'm gonna drop my gold pouch on the counter. I can pay well. Don't worry.
That's great, but, heads, spikes, all that.
What did you
Plus-
say? Head spikes?
Head spikes.
Plus, I mean, it's not hard to tell who you're related to, my friend. Your clan's pretty well known for their notability.
Look, I know, Tenham's not a good person in the slightest, but look, I don't like Tenham either. Why do you think I'm here with these people? I'd be here with dwarves if I was working with Tenham.
I mean, let's see, a female tiefling who's dressed like she's probably a noble, as he looks at you, Tikva up and down. I'm gonna guess the giant silver dragon thingy out front is a pet or a slave. A human who looks like he's more bashful than alive. And something smells of lemons on you lot.
That'd be a member that's not here. That's not important.
Yeah, so what can I
Adam's
do?
at war
You?
with the tieflings. Why would they be here with the tiefling if I was on his side, really?
Technically, so are we. We've been at war with the tieflings as well, but doesn't mean, they're not welcome. It's just weird to see one dressed so finely. Especially one who smells of death. You know, your lot should really bathe more often if I have to mention that.
Who desires lemon bath?
No.
See Kip's
I saw
head
Dave.
pop out of a portal.
Lemons? Lemons? Anybody want some lemons?
No.
Ah! I go back into
in
my.
the portal.
It's just like a little shutter that I just opened up and I've just peeked my head out of.
Oh, god damn it. Man,
I'm
let's see
gonna
this.
talk to the barkeep.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I'm just looking for a large consecration of dwarves of mixed blood because they need a place to call their own.
Oh!
Trying to help them out a bit.
Yeah, you're unfortunate in that you're a little late. Trinitas has started offering them a position so long as they served during the war. Most signed up within days. Some are even being offered their full nobility back if they do well. Lord knows we're gonna need it.
Well, that's quite unfortunate.
And all of them went with Trinitas?
Enough that getting the ones that remain wouldn't matter.
He looks over at Tikva and goes, "Aye, yes, that's true. You know, you look familiar, miss. I can't help but recognize you." He looks at us. Huh. I don't know where, but I swear I've seen you before.
I have been in the Dwarven lands once before.
Oh, maybe that's it. And he kind of pulls out like a giant like leather-bound book and starts flipping through it. For those who look over and see what he's looking at, you can see he's looking at wanted posters. And as he's flipping through, he goes, and he flips to one that looks like a very crudely drawn version of Zaya, where she's got two giant black horns coming out of her forehead, looking like an actual demon. And he goes, this one you?
No, I'm afraid most tieflings, notably me, don't have that anatomy. My god, they really butchered the nose on whoever that was. And her tail kind of swishes as she comments, no, I have high doubts I'd be wanted here. I don't think I've even been here before. The place I was, well, we just passed through there and it looks like it's rubble now.
Yes, the old town. I know exactly the town you're talking of. And he pulls out a small map and kind of starts looking around and says, if I remember correctly, that old town used to be called Blazing Hold.
Yes, Blazing Hold.
Yeah, it's unfortunate what happened there. Some goblin decided to try and kill the guild leader there, and, well, that all came to end as an explosion went off. Supposedly.
Yes, I heard there was something about storms as well that led to its downfall. I only caught brief news when I headed back to the Tiefling lands.
Aye, storms are brewing. Did you hear about the kraken that's heading towards the Tiefling lands?
A kraken? You
Yeah.
say?
I have a mate serving on a small merchant boat. He messaged me recently. Let me know that they sent one of the people they were transporting sent a kraken towards the Tiefling lands. Said it was the only way to save the ship. Poor bastards who have to deal with that. I feel bad for the queen.
Yes, amongst everything else, I'm sure the Tieflings aren't having too good a time.
No, that's probably true. I did hear Greg almost died. Greg the Bloodthirsty. Apparently, some mercenaries managed to almost to bite his nose off. Also, they managed
Wouldn't
to
be the
nearly
first
kill
time.
Tenham.
Still proud of that bite.
And I'm still proud of nearly killing Tenham.
Once you guys finish the job.
Apparently some old cleric managed to save them all, though, and called for the retreat before anything serious could happen. I tell you, battles aren't going well. I heard Gaul's dead, so that damn poor king.
Really?
You hear a lot when you're traveling through the lands. I just recently purchased up this bar. Was running an inn up north earlier before a man started crunching ice very loudly.
The one the bartender's up. Josh, I swear I'm going to fire you.
And looks at you and says, "So, what can I do you lot for besides looking for any half dwarves?"
I still want
Well, we were also hoping of potentially talking and working out potential alliances between the dwarves and the tieflings during this time.
You're a diplomat.
There's a lot of... Yes, you could say that. I'm here to help as I can. There's been a lot of war. There's battle taking place not too far from here and a ship on its way. So we figured it was best to move quick. Didn't seem like many people were speaking to the dwarves, unless I am wrong.
Oh, no, that's true. And Trinitus is currently in his castle. He's up in Stonehold right now. If you're looking to get a meeting with him, his cousin serves as captain of the guard. He was walking around here somewhere.
Oh.
Wonderful. Noted. Would Trinitus be open to alliance negotiations at this time?
Hell if I know what's going on in that boy's head. He's the son of a lich and a Yuan-Ti.
That's very fair. Thank you for this information, though. It'll be of use to us, I'm sure.
Yes. And he looks to Anton and Kurgan and goes, and kind of whispers a bit under his breath. He goes, "So which one of you are sleeping with the diplomat?"
Don't look at me. I'm just a
Do
mercenary.
I hear this?
Roll perception.
Neither.
Hang on,
No, that's
let me
fair.
find my perception bonus. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you hear him clearly.
Neither. None of them.
Lucky bastards, then. I wouldn't imagine being chained up by you is much fun. And he goes back to cleaning his glass and putting away the book. And the DM takes a second to run to the restroom. BRB.
I'm sure Gaul would disagree.
If you want, I can chat him
I
up.
just heard his distant laughter.
I'm sorry, you had a perfect chance to be like, no, my toy's outside.
The dragonborn.
Yeah. Just to throw him off even more.
She could. Also, does anyone have the disguise person spell for the purpose of the captain of the guard? Because he definitely made him the cousin out of revenge.
Wait, maybe?
You have disguise
Oh.
power?
If not, we're just gonna have to find another way in.
I think I have a disguise self.
If we want to stay
Yeah,
here and try and negotiate, if the half dwarves are gone and the dwarves are nowhere, we could just skip it back to the Tabaxi and the Yuan-Ti and just not waste our time here.
I have disguise self. That's all I've got.
Because what I've heard of Trinitus is that he's not really a good person to make deals with. I'm
He's
correct.
Legolas's son.
Yeah.
I have seeming, which I can change the entire group.
Make us. Well, I don't want to try to hide from Trinitus to anger him, but the captain of the guard's gonna just be a pain in the ass. Unless I could
there
just
is another way
persuade
if
him
he's
or charm person him.
Silence, the
bribe
beast has
him.
returned.
I have returned.
Attempt
Everybody
bribery.
cower.
No, don't worry. I'm out of gas at this point. Alright.
I'd hope so.
So as the man just kind of goes back to cleaning his glass and working away at the bar, is there anything else you lot would like to do?
Am I not gonna get that drink?
Apparently not. He never took
no.
your gold.
Take my gold back. Guess we'll get ready to leave. We're gonna drink somewhere else, I guess.
Alright, where are you guys heading?
I'm getting back in my crowd.
Okay.
Yeah, Tikva has no other reason to stay. She came here because it seemed like Kurgan assumed we'd get info. So if we got our info, no point in staying.
Okay. So as you lot head outside, give me a perception check, Kurgan and Tikva.
Someone's gonna steal the crab, aren't they?
Nope.
24.
10.
All right.
Stole
so,
my 24.
Kurgan, as you come out, along with the rest of the group, looking at the barrel, you see there is a giant, or well, not giant, a rather small yellow sticker of some sort with a smiley face drawn on it, stuck to the barrel.
I know what this is.
God damn it! Who the
What is it?
fucking?
It's mine.
I'm going to
Well,
kill them. I'm
It's
going
not
to kill them.
leaving. It's stuck there forever.
I'm going to kill them. I'm going to do it.
We have an infinite sticker that's never going away.
Mm.
It doesn't really matter. It's fine.
No,
How many times can we peel it off, and how much material can we get from it?
No, you cannot peel it off.
yeah,
It physically can't be removed.
Cameron, you remember the sticker that E2 stuck to her forehead that she could never remove?
Yeah?
Yeah, this is that same item.
Oh, son of a bitch. That requires big remove
Yeah,
that thing requires so many levels of remove curves that it's ridiculous.
yeah, no, I'm leaving. It doesn't really matter. It's just stuck
Honestly, it's kind of funny. I wish they
Yeah.
put it.
Where'd they put it on the crab? Where'd they put it on the
As
crab?
you-
Was it
Right
like
on the
on the head?
As you
so it could be
activate-
smiling?
As you activate the crab, Kurgan, it immediately, as you realize, the sticker morphs onto where the little eye tube is that lets you see out of it, so now you can't see out of the crab.
Ah.
That's just a dick move.
But as you look,
Weird.
Kurgan, you see something. I'm gonna message you what you see on the back of the sticker.
No. My crab.
Well, I mean, it's supposed to have a front thing,
No!
too. You can see out of.
You did. God damn it.
Alright.
This
What?
is the one magic item I liked, and now it's useless.
Just make new eye holes.
Wait, can it be scratched or
Wait,
damaged?
is it wait?
'Cause I
Hang
can't
on,
remember.
wait, hang on. I need to check something. Hang on.
Hang
It
on.
counts as a magic weapon, correct?
A magic item.
Yeah, hang on. I want to check something.
It's a wondrous
Mhm.
item.
Oh, darn it. Okay. It doesn't work. Never mind. That one, at least. I was going to say disintegrate might work, but then you said it was a magic item.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Anyone feel up to the task of casting remove magic?
So, I don't think I have remove magic. I think Zaya had remove magic. I have counter spell.
Oh, my poor crab. No, why would you do this to my poor crab?
It wasn't me who decided to do this.
Who
Anton,
did this to my fucking crab?
Anton, did you want to do anything while you're watching them obsess over the poor crab?
It was Anton.
No.
No? Okay. Alright.
I mean, Tikva's just standing there very, like, confused on why Kurgan's freaking out.
Well,
Kurgan, what is the holdup?
if we ride in the crab, we're blind. That's what's going on.
What do you mean blind?
The sticker's right over the eye. We can't see out
Take
of
it off?
Try. Go ahead. You can't.
Tikva will go over and attempt to remove the sticker because she doesn't know what it is.
Alright, Tikva, give me an Arcana check.
And you do have
Okay.
advantage. You do have advantage.
Yeah,
because
imagine I just take it off first try.
I would be so fucking happy. Please do.
26, almost natural 20.
Okay. As you manage to pull it off, it sticks to your hand.
Well, so your magical sticker isn't so magical, and she attempts to just pull it off again
It
and
does-
It's
crumple
gonna
it
just
up.
stick the other hand.
It doesn't pull off this time.
Oh.
It attunes to your hand
Look,
immediately.
You now say talk to the hand. It's just a smiley face.
So I guess I now see that predicament you were referring to.
Yes, that's what I thought was going on, but now it's just stuck to your hand. That shouldn't
Inside the crown, then Zorwin's laughing his ass off.
Well,
Just wait till you find out what's on the other side that no one can see. No one's seen other than Kurgan.
I'm not telling them. So
Where is it on
It's
Tikva's
just
hand?
on your. It's on your palm. It fits perfectly into the palm.
Hmm.
And no matter how
Okay.
you flex your hand, it doesn't seem to move. It just seems to mold with your hand.
Well, at least
Yeah,
it's
no,
not
I'm,
like
I'm
any
looking
way
at
or
something
anything.
else.
Mhm.
Wait, it's indestructible, correct?
Yeah, technically.
Now your palm
I've
is
got a
very-
hand shield.
Your-
I can take a blade to the
Only your
hand.
palm. Only the palm, though.
I can one punch someone, open palm
No, you
style.
have to start learning some monk traits.
All right, I'd
I
like to
to
swap
suck
my
the off,
fighter
that's
to
what
monk.
lands.
Anyway, I don't think I have a way to remove it, so yeah, I guess Tikva just has it. She's like, either way, this solves our issue, so please let us get going. We need to discuss whether or not we'd like to risk talking to Trinitus and his cousin, or just keep going, see if we can find another town, or simply
Well,
leave
we
altogether.
decide quickly because I think I speak for all of us if we don't want to deal with the Dragonborn coming.
No, which is why I say
with
we move
everyone's
as we
passive
talk.
perception, you see a rather large-looking white skull come flying through the air and slam into the side of the mountain, leaving a very large
Do I
imprint.
recognize it?
It's a skull.
Do I recognize the tactic from anything from Dragonborn?
No, that's not a Dragonborn tactic. Most people
Yuan-ti.
don't throw skulls at people.
Yeah, I feel like I know what's
Yeah.
happening. There's a really
Outler
powerful
is
ally
freaking
here.
insane. I'm sorry, I figured this might become his new idea. Intimidate them and pitch skulls at them.
I promise, it wasn't me this time. I swear to God, I did not throw a skull. I swear.
I half want to go towards the Yuan-ti. I want to be honest. The Queen.
It's up to you. You choose. Do we side with the Trinitus here, or do we try and get the crazy king on our side, who's probably going to try and kill me on sight? Up to you.
Wait, who's the crazy king?
What do you think?
Frey is referring to Tautler.
Oh. Oh, the Dragonborn. Oh, yeah. Well, if
Wasn't
we
the Yuan-ti-
fight alongside the dwarves, we might be able to gain their allegiance or alliance or whatever, but, yes, I'm sure as you were about to say, Anton, I'm supposed to have, or the Tieflings
Was-
have, an old contract with the Yuan-ti.
No, I was gonna say, wasn't the Yuan-ti vassaled underneath Trinitus?
Oh.
At least that's the
Uh,
info that I have at one point in time.
Let me double check my notes, because I do not remember this. I didn't think the Yuan-ti were vassals under any. Hang
I mean,
on.
Trinitus is the crown prince of them.
No, you're right. You're right. The Yuan-ti and the dwarves are under Trinitus. So why are they attacking?
Yeah, because I had that from a while ago.
Main anime protagonist bullshit. Come on, let's
The
do
Black
this.
Queen. So there, we saw a Black Yuan-ti Queen. That's just Trinitus's mother. She's about
Yes.
to come murder her son.
Maybe it's similar to a spanking.
Another skull comes flying. This one's much larger and smashes into the
So-
mountain.
I'm going towards the Yuan-ti. I'm too interested. No.
Yeah, I'm following the crab at this point.
Wait,
If I got-
where are we going?
Towards where the skulls are flying from.
Towards the
Oh,
docks.
great.
That's where we saw it. Yep.
You're doing a very good
Right.
job protecting us by leading me into battle.
Just
Tikva
trust
just
me on this
comments
one.
in the crowd.
I got a
sure.
feeling.
Anton,
Alright,
are you
I guess-
following?
Yeah, if Tikva's going.
Listen, guys, if the Yuan-ti are fighting the dwarves, maybe we join the Yuan-ti, maybe we help the dwarves. There's a possibility for an alliance, or we die.
Exactly. That's why we're going.
Or at least sparing the tiefling lands from Tautler's rage.
I have no confidence in any of this working out, but last time we ran from a battle, it just got us here, so I suppose we might as well check it out. But be ready to run, and she'll poke her head out, I guess, if she can. Anton, if things go wrong, you know what to do.
I can
Teleport
vamp us out.
boy. Yep. Yep, basically.
And
Yeah,
I can buy you.
I guess Tickfa's just gonna be ready. How big's the crab? Like, how wide is the crab that she's in currently?
This crab can fit up to 2 medium or smaller creatures. So, and it's pretty. I mean, it's a pretty good sized. It's a large object. So.
Okay. So she'll have her the Sunblade unsheathed but not activated, just
Okay.
in case stuff goes. And I still haven't been able to attune to my rod, so big sad.
No comment.
Hmm.
Gaul is not around these days. That's why it's very sad. All right. So as you
He's
Fine. There's a changeling waiting for me, I guess.
so easily replaced.
heading in that direction at a medium pace, you guys continue on past the stronghold. Many dwarves watching you lot. God.
It's fine.
Kurgan,
Yeah.
give me a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage.
Frey does not look happy about going this direction.
Nope. Tick wasn't either.
Let's see.
As
As
you
you
look-
crab, it's okay.
As you lot
What?
are walking or heading
What'd
in that
you roll?
direction, you see as Anton, Freya, and well, Kips, if he was out there, Kips is still in his lab contemplating things.
Lab.
As
Lemon lab.
something just slams straight into the crab, denting it into the floor. And as the dust kind of clears as the crab tries to stand up, there is what appears to be a rather large brain with shattered glass around it and liquid coming out of all around it. And as it seeps
Did
into
I
the
see
crab,
where it was fired from?
the same direction you guys are walking towards.
Oh, great.
And you see underneath it, as it kind of gets picked, or kind of rolls off the crab as the crab kind of stands back up, and the brain juice leaks into the crab, which, I'm gonna be honest with you, that smell's never gonna go
I
away.
know, I'm getting out of the crab.
I am stabbing the
Yeah.
brain with my sword.
No.
Trust nothing.
I'm gonna take the brain.
You're
not
in
there.
your lab. You don't know what's happening.
You're in the lab. You don't know it's there.
Scream.
Freya, go ahead and roll to attack it.
Trust nothing.
Not
How
even
big is this brain?
yourself.
16.
This thing's a good 10 feet wide.
Giant brain.
Okay.
There's a 16.
Yeah, as you slam into it, roll damage.
What would I need to
8.
roll to try to figure out what it is? Because I think I know what it is, but I don't know if Anton does.
Give me a minute.
History or Arcana?
Alright, well, it depends. What are you trying to find out about it?
What it is.
Just a
Just
general,
brain-
nature check, I would
Brain
say.
shouldn't- Okay.
Or
Brain
medicine.
shouldn't be that big.
Oh wait, I get 3 attacks per action. I gotta roll 2 more times.
You don't need to,
7,
trust me. It's okay. Alright.
I'm just making sure I get my damage out, so I can't keep forgetting about that.
As you look it over, you realize this is a very swollen giant's brain. This is probably
Okay.
been sitting waterlogged and kind of absorbed a lot of liquid. You can also tell it was dead already as Freya stabs it 3 times, killing it.
I
in
figured
air
a
quotes.
severed brain.
Good job, Freya. You got it.
Trust nothing. Not even something you think is dead.
And all you guys can see is a very large Yuan-Ti woman, and I mean large. She's about 9 feet tall, and she's probably about 4 feet wide. This is a woman you can see from a distance, is warming up with something else in her hand. It looks a little bit more thicker, and metallic from the shine it's giving off.
Action to do. Are we within 1,000 feet?
Oh yeah, I'd say so.
Are we gonna try to really attack her? Should we
No.
just leave?
No,
Oh,
I'm
no.
throwing a manifest echo, and I'm doing echo avatar, sitting my main body on the crab to go and be like, wave to get her attention to be like, halt, we're coming in peace.
If I remember right, echoes can't speak.
Nope, it's pantomiming.
Okay, give me a performance check.
Nah, one.
I'm using real dice because I don't trust the D&D Beyond.
Nah, one.
16!
Alright, as suddenly a silver dragonborn that's somewhat see-through appears on the boat next to this woman. She just kind of looks at it, sees it doing a dance of sorts.
Pantomiming peacefulness as best as possible.
Looking at it kind of confused, looks back in the general direction of you lot, takes out a piece of paper, starts writing something down, and then throws it straight at the crab again. Kurgan, give me another dexterity saving throw at disadvantage.
No. Come on.
Poor
man.
Anton
Leave me
is
alone.
watching this.
I
I'm
should
sick.
have
Leave me alone.
not been in the crab.
Yeah, as the, rather large, what you realize is a chain of two fists in metal, and what looks to be some sort of metallic gloves, comes slamming straight in the crab. The crab's not taking any damage, it's just getting knocked back down into the ground. And
just crap off of it.
the note, the little piece of paper on it, as you lot can see, for all those not in the crab, reads in common, says, "Who the hell is the Dragonborn, and why is it mimicking me?"
Oh my
Pantomime
god, this is a
peace.
cluster.
As you
I'm gonna
lot
get out of the
look,
crab now.
Anton, go ahead and give me, and Freya, go ahead and give me a General Arcana check.
Oh, great. Great. I'm not great at this.
Okay, 14.
4.
Okay. You both realize these are gauntlets of hill giant strength, with the hands of the hill giant still stuck in them.
Hey, free
I'm
magic
yanking them
item.
up.
As you pick them up, you can't seem to manage to pull the hands out.
I'm putting them in the bag of holding.
Okay. Now you have a thing of
I've-
hill giant's hands and hill giant's gauntlets of strength.
Colin would have loved these thumbs.
God damn it. Alright. You see as the boats are coming closer and closer to you guys, what do you want to do?
Are we gonna respond? I don't even
I mean, we
think that
should.
Tifa saw the note.
No, but I'm getting
Why-
out of the crab.
Why are we
Freya's gonna tap
going
up
here?
and
We
be
didn't
like,
need to confront her.
We're trying to get peace.
Back hatch of the crab is gonna open. I'm gonna step out. But
Okay.
the thing is stuck anyway.
Yeah, I'll get out if the thing's stuck, because it'll be easier to be teleported that way.
As you step out, the smell of brain juice is everywhere on you
Yeah.
and Kurgan.
I'll have the Echo Avatar vanish real quick.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try
I'm
shouting
gonna
out Tom.
thaumaturgy a nice scent, because I can do that.
All
I
right.
have nothing I can really do other than possibly take the paper and what do I have that I can use to throw it back with?
While Freya contemplates that, what smell are you trying to smell like, Tikva?
Something, I don't know, like vanilla-y. Just like something subtle, it's not strong, just like, because it's magical to cancel the brain juice.
All right.
So it's not gonna be like overpowering, just like, oh, maybe there's a nice flower nearby or something.
As you begin to cast a spell, you hear a sudden shudder of a door open. What sounds like some metal grinding on metal, and then you see a very large blue furry hand come out with just a handful of what looks to be some sort of yellow liquid, and it just starts pouring on each of you. Apparently, you now all smell like lemons.
No, not the lemon juice.
No, I counterspell the door. No,
Oh my god.
I don't think it's possible.
You can
What if I
counterspell the
counterspell
spell.
the door?
Um,
Can Kips just be vanquished?
No, but Kip's hand will be cut off.
Do it. Do it.
Does Kips want to take back the lemon?
Oh, I don't think I will. But
Do it.
It's fine because my thaumaturgy, that's magic, right? So I'm pretty sure the vanilla would still, at least on Tikva, counteract the
Mhm.
lemon. And it's not lemon, vanilla's probably not that bad. Also, the healer needs 2 hands, so. The
No,
sole
I
reason he's kept
Look.
around.
I can weld him a fine metal hand later. He'll be fine.
Oh my
No,
God,
I don't
robot
think
hand.
magic works like
Robot
that.
hand.
Healing
Robot.
magic.
I mean, I've seen Warforged
Anyway,
that cast it.
yeah. So how far is the ship, and what does it look like?
It's a war galleon, from what you can see. It's carrying a lot of Dragonborn from this distance, you can easily tell that.
Is there a good rock nearby for me to attach the note to and write me trying to
Well-
peace, please? Can we talk?
I can thaumaturgy my voice. I don't know how far it goes. It booms up to like 3 times loud. I don't know if that would reach it.
Do we want them back in town knowing of it?
As
No.
Kips just comes stepping out of his little room. seeing all
Tikva is
this.
gonna look to the others and be like, now, either I can call up and attempt to discuss peace, in the hopes that the sign of the Dragonborn and Yuan-Ti aren't hostile, and that is Trinitus's mother we risk speaking to, or at least a vassal under him, or if we wish to fight them, I suggest we do it now while we can crash their ship and not take them on foot, because we would definitely lose on foot. So, presenting the options, I really don't know quite why we're
We'll follow your
bothering with
lead.
this. You following my lead now. Wonderful. Well, preferably, I'd like to find allies, so I guess the peace option it is, although we've done a really piss poor job at introducing ourselves, I'll say.
You suddenly hear a strange voice from behind you go, Aye, you did.
I guess Tikva will look over.
As you turn around, you see a very bright golden dragonborn. In
Does it
full
look
plate and bright
But-
green eyes.
Trey is hiding behind the crab.
Does it
I don't
look
feel like
like
dying today.
a certain god we spoke to not long ago?
No, it's not God.
No,
You don't sense divine magic off of him.
Tikva
Trey's gonna say out from behind the crab. That's Toutler.
Hey, all right, listen, it's Tau. I was given the nickname Toutler. You try to genocide one people, and then suddenly it's a problem. I met a dwarf once that kept commenting about the fact that he made 1,000 swords, but he fucked one goat, and that name never left him.
Dude, I gave you that joke once, and oh my, I'm so happy. It's still going.
Kind as you cancel it, the ship stopped.
When you genocide subspecies of the same race.
Tikva will kind of cock her head a little bit and be like, Tau, so you're the leader of the Dragonborn.
Yes,
I take
yes, I'm the Golden Dragon. As he shakes his head suddenly, strangely, Golden Dragon Emperor. Also, if
I want
any
an
of you,
insight.
if any of you throw up Christmas trees, stay the hell away from me.
I want an insight because Tikva knows that he was sent to kill her and wasn't supposed to make it for weeks, potentially by boat, from the High Queen, I guess. So, I don't know, unless we just showed up on his turf suddenly.
Roll insight.
Plus, I don't know. Maybe
Trey
he's
is
the
gently
real
peeking
one
out.
and there's another fake one. 11.
Trey is gently peeking out over the crab. And
Anyone
give a
else
little
want to
insight on
roll?
him,
Anyone
too.
else
Talk
want
so
to
much game for it, he
contribute?
gets scared.
Tikva, you do realize something is very off about this person. This is Toutler. He seems to be telling the truth on that, but it also seems like he's lying at the same time.
Can I roll insight on him? Because I automatically don't trust him.
Sure.
Yeah, anyone who wants to just pile on the insight train.
I
What'd you get?
got a 21.
Cool.
Nice job, Freya. You go. Dragonborn beat Dragonborn. Let's see it.
Oh, hell no. I'm not fighting him. You're crazy.
No, I meant battle the wits.
And Kurgan.
Freya's not smart. She's just intuitive.
6.
Oh.
Oh no, that was your deck save.
I don't know. I was looking through my runes to see if anything that helped with intellect. I didn't grab the one that helps with the insight.
Alright, with 11, you get the same results as Tikva. Freya, you realize there's 2 personalities here that are at play.
That's never good.
Freya's gonna sigh and slowly step out, keeping her shield up, not trusting Toutler with it and not moving much closer. She's staying close to the rest of the group and going, okay, which one are you speaking? Because there's two of you in there, it seems like.
You see a big, toothy grin come about, and the green eyes start to glow, and goes, "Ah, leave it to the astute one to tell. Not the brightest thing to call a king or an emperor out on his axe." As he pulls out an axe, smiling.
I don't want to fight. She needs to talk to you, and I'd rather you not hide secrets.
Needs a strong
but-
word. Prefer to talk.
You, as he looks to Anton and goes, "The wolves. Interesting symbol of choice. May I ask how you
Yes.
know that symbol?"
I'm associated with them in a more indirect manner now.
Interesting. So that means you must be connected. Well, allow me, as he snaps his fingers and a nice little table pops out in front of him. It fully set with dining dishes, and servants start walking around. As you guys find yourselves in on a very large beach with the water coming in and out. And he smiles and goes, Don't worry, I am not who you think. I'm not the High King or something ridiculous like that. I just enjoy his theme, if you will. And I'm hungry, as he pulls a lobster off of a plate from a servant and starts chowing down into it. It doesn't even look cooked.
Do I know? Because obviously Tikva would have some experience with knowing the Rakshasa and like their gold eye giveaway. Would she know of a similar god or creature able to possess or mimic that would have green eyes as a giveaway?
Give me a religion or history check.
All right, let's see which one's a better roll. They're probably both the same. They are.
Mhm.
I'm gonna roll history because I feel like she is more experienced with history of stuff, being like a book nerd than she does religion.
I'm gonna roll this, but this time I'm
God
not gonna
fucking
worry about
damn it.
sharing it, because
I need to get my
I have
physical
po-
dice.
I'm doing this to see if she would have heard the legends, and
Freya wouldn't have. Freya's been gone too long.
Freya's been
okay.
dead.
Yeah, so Tikva, you're pretty sure there's no such thing as a god who had glowing green eyes.
Okay.
Or a species that
At
could
least
make their eyes
of
glow.
at least of my world.
And
Can't be certain.
the creature kind of just snaps their neck and says, sit. Yeah, sit. As Tao kind of rubs his nose.
Can I Arcana check the chairs to see if they are trapped?
Sure.
I don't trust the chairs. I've had bad experience with being invited to sit in chairs with other character of mine.
Freya is gonna be a smart aleck and sit on the floor, sit on the ground beside the chair.
18.
Oh yes, just insult the god in front of us by sitting.
No, because she doesn't trust the chairs. It's safer to sit on the ground.
Tikva, they are mimics, but they seem to be paralyzed.
And
For now.
Anton will-
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Anton will sit down on a chair close to this person, entity, whatever, and set his hand on the table that has his wolf ring. That's also his genie container thing.
Mm-hmm.
And just say, well, let's talk.
Yes.
Tikva will also take a seat.
I'll
Yes.
sit close to Tikva.
Freya will sit behind Tikva on the ground, or stand behind Tikva.
Standing looks
terrified
more
still.
We'll call
professional.
Freya a coward and sit in a chair.
I would watch your mouth here, young dwarf, if you don't want to offend. As he snaps his fingers, Kurgan's beard vanishes.
Oh, that's just not nice.
I don't like dwarves.
Yes, but what have I done to you?
Existed.
Oh, that's just not fair.
And then he snaps his fingers again, and suddenly Kurgan tries to speak but can't.
Freya looks terrified.
Now, let's get down to business. And he looks up at Kips and says,
To defeat.
Enjoy yourself. I'll make sure a few lemons get sent your way, young physician.
He
How are
knows
you
the way
connected
to
with this
my
man?
heart.
Yeah, young Kips, I'll have some as he shakes his head and goes, "Some tilk trees sent your way for your lab. You may leave at any time you wish, as your laboratory is free to be opened while you're here."
Well, is there anything that I can do in return?
Sit and be quiet while the adults talk.
Okay, sounds lovely.
Also,
I'll be on my way then.
he Tal smiles. Now, down to business for you lot. I also didn't want that one around as he points towards Kips as he's leaving, because he's connected to a woman that I really don't want to irritate, to be honest. Ugbao is not a fan of mine. As you can imagine, genociding a people does not usually make the god of death very happy when they care for us mortals. Well, you mortals.
What was the name of the person he said?
Ella Ugbo.
Oh. Elsa Ugwe.
He looks,
Got it, in my notes.
He looks at Anton and goes, "So, let's talk. That ring of yours. I knew a
Yes.
fellow by this ring. He never met me in my prime, but he's seen my treasury enough times. So he knows who I am, and he knows what I'm about, I imagine. So what are you doing here? Why are you in my way, and why are you anywhere near these lands when I'm about to invade?"
Well, we were working on trying to gather alliances for the Tiefling lands, and decided to come here to attempt them, the dwarves.
Ah, as he pours a glass of golden brandy. So you wish to speak with Trinitas? I do as well. Mostly because he's the son of one of my compatriots, if you will.
You can see that. As you probably know, there's quite a few things going into the direction of the Tiefling lands, so we're on a diplomatic mission from the Tiefling lands. I had to say it.
So, I'm gonna guess, as he looks over at Tikva, this one's the queen?
Yes.
She is.
Is this the one that your
Tikva
father's trying to sleep with?
That would be my
no.
now dead cousin.
Oh, your cousin's not
She
dead.
chuckles.
Don't worry. But she will wish she was here soon. Anyways, as he goes back looking at Anton, completely ignoring Tikva.
Oh yeah, I know. He's sexist, it's fine.
I'm not a big fan of tieflings, to be honest. I'm not a big fan of humans either, though.
That's why
Personally.
he wants to kill us.
I'm not a fan of most things outside of the Dragonborn lands where I come from. Very long ago, we people weren't well accepted amongst the nations. The land I come from, there were iron drakes that shot giant balls of iron with explosions that would knock entire cities to the ground. And unfortunately, my own lands were burned and destroyed multiple times over. And thus I was stuck there to watch it all. And then I came here. Made a deal with a forgotten god in exchange for the power to rule. Your father figure has made a deal with me. And I assume you've come to ask me to honor it.
Yes. Yes, I have.
I'll tell you what. I'll offer you a deal. Because, we divine, as he gives a wry smile, just love deals. As he sets a dragonborn skull on the table, and in it you see the word Amno carved into it. I'll offer you one of two options. You can either take this skull and be blessed with something of use when the time is right, or I will offer my personal assistance in the exchange that your queen here gives up her life. For I don't like to share power. The choice is yours, young man. Can you condemn one of your teammates to death, or will you chance it all on a simple skull that you have no idea what it is?
May I roll an Arcana to try to figure
Yeah,
out what the skull is?
I don't know
Sure.
if Tikva can either,
Okay.
because she's eyeing that skull up definitely.
Go ahead, Tikva.
Can I roll history to try and recognize the skull?
You can.
Anywhere?
Sure.
Nat 2027. Finally, thank
Oh.
you, Avray. Take
Alright.
that, Anton.
Take that, main character.
No, I'm the main character now. My life's at stake. Screw
That's
you.
Plus 6, if I remember correctly. That's 25 for history.
You don't know anything about this skull.
Damn.
I know Trent knows what this is and is probably holding his mouth shut for the whole thing here too. Yeah, this thing's giving off a lot of magic. A lot of magic. You have no idea what it is, but you know it's giving off a lot of magic, and it's not magic that's
Dude.
recognizable to this to today. This magic
And
does
nothing
not feel
about
right.
the nothing about the words on it.
Nope.
Hmm.
He just kind of
Well, it
says,
seems.
"Yeah, go ahead."
Oh, go ahead. Well, it seems like if those are the only choices, there's only one choice out of that to make.
Anton, I don't know how. There's obviously the skull, and there's obviously my death. But what if he should choose to leave? Then what?
I'll kill you all. Mostly because it'd be boring otherwise.
You'll look to Anton then, like, very well, Anton. You and your father, very important men. What's your choice then?
Anton reaches for the skull.
Good boy. I would have killed you if you had chosen to kill your teammate. I'm not a big fan of killing my party members. Although some could be dangerous and idiotic. Most were good men.
Anton nods.
In exchange, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna tell you exactly what that skull is. Because you chose right. And he snaps his fingers, allowing Kurgan to speak again, and Kurgan's beard comes back, although a little bit smelling of dragon.
I'm beautiful,
Look,
Mus.
he actually smells better for once.
Out of game, I'm going to stab you, Freya.
He looks to you a lot and goes, "A long time ago, I was part of a group well known throughout the world to piss off the High King. Many of you probably are familiar with him. I can smell him on most of you." He smiles at Tikva and goes, "You're gonna have a real good time with him coming up." And then he looks back to Anton and says, "So is your daddy." Now, as I was saying, he pulls out a pipe and starts breathing deep into it, blowing out little circles as it kind of shows off to a little image that comes through the puffs of smoke. I ran a beautiful guild. A great guild. The Golden Dragon Guild. I had managed to get that lion boy to serve with me. A really well-known dwarvish man with his ogre and many other well-known heroes of the time serving under me. Unfortunately, though, a forgotten god of our time was underneath it. A god that had long since disappeared. Truth be told, I was stronger than that god. I was better than that god. I once thought I was that god, but I realized I was far greater. I set my guild up on top of the tomb. I marched in there, single-handedly, hammer at hand, and told the Lich guarding it that I was his god. As you can imagine, Lich took that very well, and so, when he attacked me, I single-handedly struck him down with a mighty blow, proving my divine right. And then I watched a few of my compatriots manage to kill some of the zombies that were along with it. We headed further in to the tomb itself to discover more golems, more dragonborn, long dead, more liches. 12, in fact, even, that managed to try and attack us, but they could not take me by surprise. I personally struck each of them down, one by one, after another. And you see an image of him basically taking this really crappily designed iron hammer in a very cartoon fashion, powing against each of them. And goes, Unfortunately, one of my smarter compatriots, you may be familiar with him, a man by the name of Logger, a human king of sorts now, or was, managed to, unfortunately, cause many issues. He mixed up the mixing of the vials and caused us to travel back to where we are now, if you will. Well, I won't speak of the adventures I had before that, but before we managed to teleport back, I grabbed something that, well, or something rather grabbed me. Something had managed to hide itself on me. That skull. That skull belonged to the once proud dragonborn warrior who managed to unite an empire under him against 4 other great heroes. Your High King's great descendant, Alfred the Great. There's so many Alfreds at this point. Don't ask me how far that was down the chain. I can't even remember. Dwarves, they named themselves after each other over and over again. An elvish boy and a gnome. Between the 3 kingdoms, they managed to kill this poor man and seal him away in his tomb. He managed to fight them off to the point where they couldn't conquer the lands, but he still lost his life in the end. Anyways, that skull was attached to me. I only realized it once I'd gained my own divinity. After one of my compatriots threw up a Christmas tree on me, I found I was divine. I don't know how it worked. It just did. And all I remember is someone blowing pencils out of their nose as well. That was a whole thing. It's a long story, anyways.
Not the bees.
Torin's head just pokes in out of nowhere. You don't remember the bees, buddy?
I gained the ability to summon bees from it. But this item now, I don't know what it will do, but I sense it will become of value. It's supposedly the skull of this god, but I don't know if he technically exists now due to the timelines changing. So much has changed. We beat a copper dragon in single combat. I did this with a thing of thoughts and prayers, and you see what, as he's talking about this, a very, very obvious red orc with a dragonborn mask put on him, punching a giant copper dragon and a ring of fire.
In the background, another dragonborn standing there with a rifle, a sword, doing absolutely fuck all.
Anyways, and the man goes, but this skull is what I have left from those adventures, and, I owe your daddy, if you will, much. And thus, this is what I offer. In exchange that the contract be up, you will have this skull. It should help you when the time is right, or kill you. I could not say, because I do not know what it will do. And then he stops smoking, sets the pipe down, and goes, so, that is all I can tell you. Is there anything else you'd like to know before I send you back to... As he looks down at his hand, and you see a little mirror, and you see basically a full Dragonborn army attacking Stonehold. Before I go back to what I was doing.
Nothing that I can think of, and then I look at the rest of the group that's there.
Tikva kind of leans forward. I heard my cousin, as you said, alive, was kidnapped by... Seemed like perhaps someone related to the High King. Do you know anything of this that could be of use?
Yes.
Or aid could be beneficial.
I could tell you, but then there's no fun for me. I'll tell you what, though. There is one man who can tell you everything. And he just kind of lazily looks over at Kurgan and smiles. You might want to question your friends later.
If we have to resort to torture, I did learn quite a few methods watching his army slaughter most of the metallic dragonborn.
Kurgan's gonna scratch his beard because he literally does not know what he's talking about. He's like, what?
That man right there may hold the truth to everything you wish to know, and he doesn't even realize it. Ah, the joys. Also,
Torture it is!
I should mention that Greg and the vanguard of the Dragon's Gate Kingdom was defeated by the Tieflings. Luckily enough, Gaul led the battle and led it to victory thanks to a few mercenaries who managed to take on some of the more elite commanders. However, unfortunately, your friend Gaul is not with the living anymore.
Wait.
I
That
would.
means he can't punish me.
Freya fist pumps at that point. Yes!
God damn it.
That one guy owes me like 15 gold.
I
If he
recommend
lives.
you look for a new husband in the near future. And I really don't recommend the smelly one that just disappeared into his lab.
Never in a million years.
Good, good, good. And if there's nothing else, where would you like to go? As he holds up his fingers ready to snap them.
Alright, what was the other alliance options out of character?
The-
We had like the dwarves,
Wasn't it the Tabaxi?
the Utabaxi, which is near the Dragon's Gate. There's the, I guess technically the Yuan-Ti.
Do we want to try for
Holy.
the Yuan-Ti and see if that...
There's
that-
also the one people near the heli. There's the boar
the-
people, and there's
Well,
also
the more people already seem to be on someone's side because they're helping. Remember,
Yeah,
they
and
were
there's
fighting the
also
High
the
Kings.
one
by the
ally
Nords.
sending us to one place.
there was the demon things that hated
Our
the
best
heli
shot is
people.
the Yuan-Ti because that's again a 2-for-1 deal possibly.
What's so 2 for 1?
Yuan-Ti because changelings are dead set
I'm
under
gonna
them.
let the party decide this and talk this out while I run to the restroom.
Yeah, but that is like under their tunnels, buried deep. Like
Look, my-
if the Yuan-Ti get angry, which they probably definitely will, because I don't think Tikva has the paper on her. Could be wrong. Maybe she does, unless Gaul took it. They're definitely just not gonna let us go that deep. And if we go that deep, we're gonna be trapped because I don't know how you
Well,
know
no, we,
tunnels
we-
work,
we-
but tunnel there's a one way, usually a one way
then
to
you
the
come up with an
surface.
idea that lets us survive and actually make more allies.
Tabaxi,
I
they're
just don't-
already our allies.
We
Yeah,
should
that
go
doesn't
to the
increase the number.
changelings.
Unless
Oh, wait,
unless
yeah,
the
he could
Tabaxi
teleport
were
us
already talked
directly.
to.
Well, no, they're
Um,
already on our side. They're
wait.
already your allies.
Wait, Tao's offering to like teleport us directly to a place. Why don't we go with
Wherever we
the
want.
Voli? Because the fear was going through their dimension and having to go through all the time. If we were gonna get like a free insta teleport, why not go there? Because the Voli
Well-
contacted us.
We could
Did
also
they?
just literally go straight into the.
Alright. I have returned.
You cut out there, Cameron.
So, what's the decision?
Guys, did we settle?
Well, I
Officially?
know there is an item in the Yuan-Ti lands, and that's near the changelings that could be very beneficial.
Purchase that item.
Another man who wants to go for the daring item, alright.
Look, Burgess wants it too. He's gonna go there eventually if you don't take it. Don't worry, Burgess is a good guy. You know, it won't be any danger. It's okay.
Freya's just
Anton
gonna shrug and be
was-
like, "I'm leaving it to them, but I think it'd be best to go where we have more chance to make a better chance to make the most allies for you."
Anton?
Anton will ask, do you know where the spear is that's in the Yuan-Ti lands? I'm sure you know which one I'm talking about.
Oh yes, the one that kills gods. Yes, I'm very familiar with that.
Would you be able to teleport us there?
I could, but it'd be currently in the stomach of a very giant Yuan-Ti.
Would it
That
be
would
a
not be
giant
good.
Yuan-Ti prince?
Perhaps I'm not as familiar with Yuan-Ti races. I just happened to meet this woman who decided to ally with me after she was pissed off that her lover ran away.
I mean, guys,
Well then.
didn't Kurgan give us all the rune that has poison resistance?
Yeah.
Let's just go there. That seems like the
Hey!
best place.
Fight him!
Poison resistance.
Wait, Zai was told a long ago she needed like armor from this Yuan-Ti prince. Might as well complete that.
Well, it's either that or the volley.
Listen,
do you
either we
think?
negotiate with him and we get that alliance because Tikva has that old contract, or we try to fight and kill him and get the spear, I
Yeah.
guess. Or we leave because Anton can bamp us out.
That's
Yep.
That's fair. Yeah.
Those are our options. I say
Yeah, if
we.
everyone's on
I'm
board.
down to try and get the Spear Worm Alliance.
Because down
Let's
that
go.
deep, the changelings could be around. So
Young man, if I may ask, are you looking for a weapon to kill gods?
As a potential option, hopefully, maybe not having to use it.
I have one that might be better for you, that won't take you going into the belly of a giant Yuan-Ti.
That would be preferable.
It's a draconic sword deep in the dwarven lands. In lands you would not be nearly as familiar with. Would you be interested?
who holds
Yes.
this sword?
It is sitting in a room. Just sitting there, guarded by a mighty beast, from what I'm told. Your friend also has one of the weapons. If I remember, he looks about. The one I sent away. He has the Sword of Joy. Did you not know this?
No.
I'm sure I did.
Yes, he's been carrying that sword. He has on him is one of the god-killing items.
Is he referring to Kips
Yeah.
when he says this?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, the cleric has a sword. I've yet to ever see him use. Nice to know.
That's because he can't attune to it.
Then why does he have it and not one of us?
Because DM gave it to him because he thought it would be funny.
Greedy. Greedy.
He's
Yeah.
had
Shall
it this
we
whole time. He told me about
Greedy
it.
Freya's gonna
man.
steal it, and her sword's gonna eat it. That's
Your
the end of it.
friend Kips, he's been carrying that sword, and he looks down at his. Tal looks down at the book and goes, "From what my records were told and my spies had informed me of, he's had that since you guys may have been in the Sea Elven lands. Maybe I might be unsure on that. The timeline. It's been a while." And he
Great.
snaps his
Well.
fingers, and Kip suddenly just appears in the room.
What? What the fuck?
What's
Give me
this
the sword.
mention of a god-killing
What?
sword you've been holding off on?
I have a god-killing sword.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he doesn't know it's
Give
God.
me the sword.
He just has a random sword.
You mean this thing? And I just pull out the sword of joy.
It's just, and to
Praise
all of
the
you,
Lord, get
it's
it.
just a golden bladed sword with blue runes carved into it, and that give off a strange glow. The language is undecipherable.
I've had no idea what this thing is for the entire time. I've just been carrying it
Well,
around because it looks
You
nice.
didn't have me or Anton check it? Given our
Yeah, I was-
arcane skills?
Does that?
And I carved 4 runes into it.
Shush,
I'm
Anton.
not letting you touch my stick.
Anton, yes.
I think if I remember right from Cyrus either had a vision or Zaya had a vision that was shared with him about swords.
Zaya.
Does this match one of
Yep.
those swords?
Yes.
Gold,
It does.
bronze, silver.
Yep. Yeah, it's Kips. That would be the one we were talking about.
Oh,
Should
That's
should-
very powerful.
Should I let my sword eat that sword?
no.
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 No, stop eating all the good weapons. Stop it.
Stop it. Just
Stop
just
it. Get some
Get
help.
some
Get some help.
It seems to me that your friend here has been chosen. The Sword of Joy only accepts the pure-hearted, and in my experience, very dim types. So unless one of you lot seems to be more pure-hearted than him, I would not suggest trying to take it from him.
What a line is this?
I suppose it defines pure-hearted.
Ah, the
Yeah, I'm chaotic.
I think it just means very, very, very off.
Stupid. Which I'm not, so I don't think Tifa can use it.
Thank you.
Well, since-
Excuse me. Kips is not stupid.
I
Uh-huh.
think it means very
Uh-huh.
special.
He's not
Uh-huh.
stupid, he's scatterbrained. There's a difference.
Uh-huh.
There is a thank you. Somebody.
Uh-huh.
Somebody.
That's a nice way to put it.
Tao kind of smiles at all of you. How you remind me of my old compatriots. You know, your friend Kips may not be the brightest bulb when talking to you lot, but you do realize he saved more lives than any of you.
Of
Phrase
course,
is true.
he's a
Statement.
doctor, a physician.
So since we have that riddle figured out, shall we try for
Please.
this other sword?
If we're
I
prepared
mean-
to fight the creature that guards it, we have less information than the Yuan-Ti, but it is closer.
I still say going to the snake people is the better choice. You need allies.
Well,
And
we know how to get to the snake people. Without Tao, we don't know how to get to the sword.
Yeah.
I'll follow your lead then.
It's a gamble either way.
I can send you straight to Oventium.
Take us there.
All right, and he snaps his fingers, and the beach disappears. The nice smell of salt water vanishes, as suddenly you find yourselves in a very grandiose and ruinous long hallway. You look around. You recognize that much of this is dwarvish architecture. There are corpses piling all around you, but there's no one to be heard or seen in the entire area.
How dark
Are
is
the
it?
corpses fresh?
Anybody who has dark vision, you can see.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say if it was
double
dark,
sight.
Tikva would have activated her sunblade anyway, because she had it in her hands.
I can
still.
cast light off of my weapon. It's fine.
All right, as you lot do that, you see bodies of dead dwarves torn and shredded apart all around you. You see no creature that caused this, and Kips, even as you try to think of activating your lab, you realize you can't.
What?
Freya's pulling out
Magically
Northrend and
sealed
getting
off.
ready.
There's
Well,
Yeah.
investigation.
there's no what investigation. Go ahead, Kurgan.
I didn't mean to hit
Wait.
that, but I did. I'm investigating.
Tikva, is there
Okay.
like a rock nearby on the ground or something like that?
One moment. To answer your question for your investigation, what are you investigating, Kurgan?
I'm looking for the creature that's supposedly here.
As you look around,
And-
you don't see a creature. You do
The
see
monster is
you-
us.
You see further down the hallway, it looks to lead to a very large, two giant doors of what looks to be some sort of strange purple and bluish metal that seem to be cracked open slightly. And looking around, these corpses look to have been torn asunder. These weren't done by swords or anything like that. Something
It's
literally tore
probably
them.
over there.
How fresh do the corpses
Unless the
look?
sword is in one of the corpse's hands.
Probably not.
Freya, having enough experience around corpses, you can tell without a doubt most of these have been here for a while. They are bloating
Oh,
for the
they
most
are?
part.
Most.
These are not
Oh.
fresh corpses, so let's just move further inwards. Freya's
Can-
gonna take
wait.
point.
Wait,
I said-
Tikva,
Not all.
Wait,
Just mo-
one moment, please. I'm gonna walk up to one of the corpses, whichever looks like the least disheveled and mangled, and whatever has like a face and a mouth
Mm-hmm.
and tongue, preferably.
Mm-hmm.
You know. And I'm gonna cast
For
Speak with
reasons.
Dead.
Oh,
Oh.
all right. Give me a moment.
Smart. I like that.
Yeah.
An actual
Smart.
use.
good job, cleric.
Yeah.
Give
I
You
did
and
a
your
thing.
shiny sword.
Me and my shiny sword did a thing.
me.
Also,
Tiny
my
stick.
kid does not have any runes. He went away before I could give him any runes. So he
Yeah,
doesn't
I
have,
don't have any runes.
no, he doesn't have my power boost.
No, I don't.
I have the power boost.
Yeah, but
I have them too.
Tikva has the power.
All right. Give me a
Yes.
moment.
Clearly, I have the power because I have all 5 of the runes carved on me. You guys have like 2 of them.
Infinity Stone?
Infinity Stones?
Yes, I have 5.
Chastos Thanos.
Yeah.
Chastos.
Oh, we gotta get rid of him.
Jastos.
Chastos.
No, Kurgos, because it's Kurgan.
Kurgos the Mighty.
Thangan.
I prefer that one a lot more.
Thangan. Thangan the Disheveled.
No,
Sounds like a Hearthstone character. Fen.
it
Versus.
does.
Give me
Existential dread.
a moment. I'm just trying to find something.
We
First-
just need
Oh,
Kurgan, but with like the Thanos chin, and that's it.
Oh, that's the beard.
No, not just the Thanos chin. He needs the golden gauntlet.
What are some of the
Uh,
questions you guys want me to ask the corpse, by the way? Because I'm gonna ask them
Um,
what killed him first.
Yeah, well, about the creature, about where we're at, and probably where the sword or other items might be.
Okay.
Where's the loot room? Damn it! Slaps the corpse.
Because we want to know what we're up against. We want to know where we're actually at so we can leave. And if he knows about, or she or they know about the sword, good, useful.
Kurgan is watching that door. He doesn't trust.
Turns out it's Ven
Okay.
Zorwin somehow.
One of Ben's many deaths.
Actually, instead of casting it on just some, instead
Aren't
of
you Zaya? No, you're not Zaya. You look like Zaya. You know what? I was
I have to
fighting
get
with
the
her
voice
once
ready
and
now.
I exploded.
Yes.
Instead of casting it on just some intact corpse, can I look for whoever looks most important out of all of the corpses?
The
You-
richest.
Yeah, give me a perception check for that.
Okay.
No, choose the child corpse. Clearly, it's the smartest.
That's a natural one. That's a 6.
Most of the
child
you're not familiar with these dwarves. They look to be different than the ones you've done anatomy on. In fact, actually looking at most of the corpses, the anatomy is completely reversed from what you've seen.
Wait.
And
Wait a minute.
most of them also don't have a mana gland, like you're familiar with. So, yeah, you don't recognize any of them as any more important than the others.
Is this the same place Barges was told to go but didn't?
And so yes, Kips, as you find a random corpse, what looks to be a younger dwarf in normal plate, you assume this is probably the most well off as it's wearing plate. Casting your spell on it, what would you like to ask it?
Alright, first thing I want to ask it, what killed you?
It tries to breathe in and opening its eyes, looking at you, as the eyes are kind of look very clouded, and goes, a giant, and he says something in a foreign language you don't recognize.
Can I copy what they said and say it out loud? Like say what killed him is a giant whatever he said?
Yeah,
Like try and okay.
as you say it aloud, though, no one else is going to recognize it, unless anybody has comprehend languages.
Ask him if he knows any way we can beat it. That's what matters.
How can we beat it?
Yes, Anton?
I might have that, but I don't know. Although I have celestial also.
Wait a second, let me look at this.
No, I have it, but it's not prepared.
Okay. Alright, and what was your second question, Kips?
How can we beat it?
I don't know, I was killed by it!
That's fair.
He has no
Did you ask
idea.
where we were? Oh.
Where are we?
Oh, Ventium, you idiot!
That's rude.
Where's the loot?
It does not respond.
Where is the loot?
Guarded by the giant! And then you
Which
don't
direction?
understand it.
Could you ask him to describe its appearance?
Describe the creature.
Okay, give me a moment.
I
Guys,
did.
once you guys are done, I'm probably gonna walk up the door and use the prophetic state so I can probably see what's inside before we actually enter.
Oh
That
yeah.
was my last question.
Yes, Anton?
Comprehend languages I just noticed is a ritual, so he will sit down and cast it, which will take 11 minutes.
How long does the, speak with undead?
The speak with undead last 10 minutes.
So, what matter?
Well, it doesn't really matter.
We can still
we'll know
repeat the name though.
We'll know what it is.
yeah,
that's
We
kind
should
of
at least be able to recite what was said and get hopefully a thing. But it lasts for an hour anyway, so he's still gonna do it in case there's other stuff down here.
Okay. He takes a
I
second.
mean, if need be, I can cast it again if you guys want, but I'd rather not use another spell slot.
He begins to speak, and he goes, "It was a giant, enormous abomination of scales, turtle shells, horns, a thick body, and a forehead the size of you. Its two small eyes are just beady and staring at us. It had more than tentacles coming out of its side.
This is sounding a lot like the gradient.
So do any of us recognize that description?
You
Roll
can
history?
roll nature.
Yeah, I'll roll nature. I'll roll. I'll roll.
You know
all
what?
right.
I'll
You know
roll it as well.
I have a plus
That's
0, but I can try.
That's an 8. I'm getting awful rolls today.
Don't
Yeah.
worry. I got one
Hang
that I
on.
got. I don't know anything.
Jesus.
What's my nature bonus? Oh,
18.
Gotcha.
9.
6. A.
6.
18. That's
Is it
no
a
good roll.
horse? My guess is a horse. I think it's a
Mine was
horse.
9. I'm guessing it's just a really big horse.
all of you,
I think it's a lot of small horses.
as you lots begin to contemplate what he's explaining, give me a moment.
Anton just looks at us like,
You all are idiots.
They're all retarded.
I'm with stupid.
Fun. Yeah.
You know, when he says that, it's a good sign. Yes, and the man and the body suddenly goes cold and quiet again.
Guys, I diagnosed him with dead.
I think he had that long before you were here.
You're probably right. Probably.
So what he was describing seems to be some sort of a weird Trask hybrid mutilation thing. I don't know its name.
Well, I don't imagine fighting it's going to go very well then.
I don't know.
Stealth?
Oh yes, let the heavy armored dwarf go stealth. I can do this. Yes.
I will say the
never
apparatus,
know.
of the apparatus of the crab is no longer with you.
No, it was stuck anyway. I doubt it was going to help a lot with this thing anyway.
I mean, we could have chucked it at it.
Oh, yeah, that would have done a lot. Yeah.
Yes, Anton?
I do have an option though for us. It's a newer spell that I've learned that we could get at least a long rest in relative safety,
That'd be
I'm-
terrible.
and
Let's-
actually much more comfortable than the dome.
I'm probably gonna get to sleep for this. I don't know what to do. Although I'm gonna keep an eye out because dark vision is useful and there's a lot of darkness around us. I'm gonna keep an eye out for movement.
I mean, I have the light spell going, so we can kind of see. It's not.
I will. Anton will cast Mordekainen's magnificent mansion.
Magnificent.
Maleficent.
Yeah, Maleficent mansion.
Okay.
Marmalade.
No.
Basically, what you see, he kind of go. It takes about a minute to cast. He sets a little chunk of ivory down, does some things, and when he finishes, there is a portal very similar to Kips's labs portal that appears. It's about 5 foot wide, 10 foot tall, and you can see as he goes to open the space that's the door, and you see a spectral mansion, like fancy, big, the curved stairs going up to a balcony. You can see some spectral beings moving around a little bit as he walks in and says, "Come on in."
Freya walks in,
Yeah, sure.
Take the goes in.
dragging Kips.
What?
Kips, you're being dragged
Stop
in forcefully. 'Cause
Dragged. Let's go.
No.
Into the portal.
into the portal.
Into the thick of it.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll close the door, and when I close the door, if the camera panned back to the outside, the portal disappears.
Okay. As the
It's
mansion,
no longer visible.
as the mansion disappears and vanishes to the visible eye.
Yeah, so basically this will last 24 hours. You can pretty much ask any of the servants for food or drink, and they will provide basically anything. There are quarters for everybody up on the second floor, including a hot tub in the basement. Because it's basically anything that I want it to be.
I'm going to ask Kips for a piece of equipment he regularly uses because I need to give him some runes.
What's it?
Either
Freya's gonna go.
Either armor or a weapon you always carry or a staff, something.
Oh, okay. Will it break it?
No,
Okay, I'm giving him my Rod of Resurrection then.
that works.
Wait, I would like to tune to my rod as well.
Direction.
Freya is going to just walk around and basically wander for a bit and debate on pulling a card from the deck.
No.
No.
No. No. No. No.
Not while
No,
he's here, there's no reason.
Kurgan, we need to
Freya's
lock
wandered
up the
off.
Dragonborn. We need to restrain her. Who has good strength here?
I have an item that can restrain them.
Yes.
I have the dimensional shackles.
I can kill him and bring him back. That's technically restraining, right? Yeah.
I said debating. He hasn't pulled anything yet.
It's equally as bad.
Coming from the guy who fed chocolates to a red orc.
And I'll fucking do it again. Come at me.
Then Freya's just gonna go up to her bedroom and lay down. Get some rest.
Okay. All right. So
Mike, I'm gonna send you two things. These are what the two runes do. That I'm carving on your staff. So you get this one. That's the first one.
Okay. And Anton, what are you planning to do with this? Are you just having everyone get a long rest?
It'll do three
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Just
Give me
yeah,
time
get
to-
in.
runes.
Because I know we've spent some stuff. I don't know if everybody is fully up, but figuring
I
getting
mean, I
a long
was
rest.
missing a prophetic state, so I do have another future sight now. No, you're getting all of them, Mike. You're getting all the ones I'm sending you.
You're gonna you're gonna make him keep track of that. That's just mean.
There is. I'm sending them to him. He can pin them if he wants.
There's a reason he never attuned to the Sword of Joy. He doesn't want to keep track.
Well, you know what? There's the last one.
Anton will ask Kips while we're in here now if he would allow me to do an identify on that sword.
You're more than welcome to. And I'll just sort of stick the sword out for him to identify.
Mike, enjoy your new buffs.
Yeah, well, so he's gonna do it as a ritual. So yeah, he'll grab it and kind of set. Just there's a nearby table. Sit down at the table, and yeah, 10 or actually 11 minutes later, he will have finished identify on it.
Okay, give me a moment. I will send you the information. This is all that is known about the item as of current. Meaning, no, there is no spells directly associated with it specifically, so.
Right. Okay, so yeah, he'll hand it back to Kips.
Thank you.
Trying to read it quick to try to summarize.
Basically, it tells you where it was made, where it was,
Yeah.
and, yeah, what it looks like.
Yeah. Yeah, so
I will say, with your identify, you do get this, and I'll say this out loud.
okay.
The item customizes based on the wielder. It can literally become pretty much any or do anything based on the user of it. But it has to choose its user.
I'll share that.
Okay.
Yeah, and anything that I got from it, I would share. So
Okay.
I will go ahead and because I got what you sent me as part of the identify,
Yes.
right? Okay, I will just share it in chat here because there's nothing on that Anton would want to hide. So
Yep. Otherwise, like I said, the sword just chooses its owner.
Picky sword.
Mm-hmm. All right.
What is the blob of silver shaped as?
Right now.
So, basically, the sword isn't a sword. It's the metal. It changes based on the user. Currently, to Kips, it's a longsword.
Okay.
So it's not technically a solid item, if you will. Kips has only ever seen it though as a longsword, but many who have reported it have said this item has looked different depending on who's had it.
yeah, Terminator smart metal.
Basically.
Yeah.
Okay then.
All right. As you guys enjoy your quiet evening in the mansion, Is there anything any of you lot would like to do? I'll start at the top with Anton. Besides identifying that sword, is there anything else you want to do?
At some point before going to bed, Anton will kind of get Tikva off to the side.
Mhm.
It's as he kind of touches the trident. I believe this is the first time that it's actually talked to me, but it sounds like there is more than just that beast. There's a presence of some strong fighters in the area also.
Do you know who these fighters may be? Who they may work for? Or anything like that?
I do not. That's all this told me, and Cyrus said that it spoke to him many times, but it had not spoke to me since I've carried it.
Hmm.
So I figured I would let you know so that you're informed and we can potentially let the rest of the people know.
Of course.
But
Thank
we
you,
should be safe
Anton.
here for, like I said, 24 hours so we can get a rest in.
Yes. I feel
I
we
can
should prepare.
Technically leave the spell up, because it can just sit here, and worst case is be a point of retreat.
Hmm. That would be useful.
Okay.
Right.
That is all I have. Anton makes his way down to the basement because he is going to hit the hot tub.
Okay. Kurgan. Is there anything
So-
you'd like to do?
I only gave Tikva 2 rooms, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I have the hill and the storm.
I'm gonna give you let's see, which one is it? I'm going to give you Frost as well. And I'll just put
What's
that,
Frost do?
I'll put it in rejected potential chat. I mainly want you to have the intimidation boost.
Oh.
So, but it helps with animal handling as well, so yeah.
Nice.
All right. That's Kurgan.
Nice. So what are you putting it on? Or should I get to choose?
It's up to you. I was gonna put it on the crown, but it's up to you.
Didn't I have one on the crown?
You can put multiple in one item.
Oh.
There's
you
no
sure
real
the
limit.
the crown works?
I figured that one fits. You know, sign of authority.
If not, I would have thought the rod because I have the rod of rulership.
Oh well,
which-
that also works. It's whatever you want.
So
really.
yeah,
But
I
remember-
might just put it on the
but
rod.
remember, if it's a weapon or a tool, it's only as long as you're holding it that you get that boost.
Okay.
That's why I prefer to
Uh.
carve an armor or a weapon you're always going to use.
Then
Constantly.
yeah, I might put it on the crown because the intimidation's good.
Okay.
And I think that's all I'm doing. So I think everyone else has the runes they need to have. So
Yeah.
Okay.
She'll thank Kurgan, of course, for his hard work. His hard work being the rune man, rune boy.
then Kurgan's gonna go bathe because he smells like lemon juice, and that's not okay.
All right. Freya, what would you like to do? Freya has gone on mute, I see.
Freya
Freya
stands
sleep.
there like a statue. Well, didn't Freya already say that they were going to bed? They went to the room.
Yeah.
I would head up to my room just because, and while up there, I'm gonna train and think about what other, basically train up in my bedroom,
Okay.
because I don't believe there'd be a training facility in the manor.
Actually, there is. I just didn't mention it.
Right, we'll go to the training facility then. That's where she'll be for the next
Yeah, it's
8 hours. Training for the
Down-
next
down in the
until
basement.
resting and everything.
Okay. All right.
Freya goes there, training, practice
Okay.
with the sword, try and talk to it. So it's supposed to be sentient, apparently.
Mm-hmm. Kips, what would you like to do?
I still can't summon my lab.
No?
Is there a lab here?
Yeah, because he probably would have tried to create stuff that would work for everybody. So,
Okay.
I would say probably in like your room is mostly a lab with a bed in the corner,
Okay, so
and like And like everybody's room is like actually got their like names on it on the second floor, and
Okay.
All right, awesome.
I mean it won't have many materials or stuff like that, but it's got the facilities, I'll say.
I want to see if I can make this since you gave me the instructions on how to make it, and I want to see if I can do it. Maybe a small portion.
All right. Let me check something.
Also,
It's
may I?
it'll be fun.
One sec.
Fun.
Tikva.
Yep.
You don't have the ingredients here to make this. That
Okay.
is the main issue. You do have the ingredients in your lab that you think you could probably make this successfully now.
And I can't open my lab to get the ingredients.
Yes, that is correct.
That does complicate things, doesn't it?
Your lab exists on a different plane. Currently, there you are not able to manipulate to a different plane. So, right, Tikva, you're up.
After attuning to my rod, the magical item, rod of rulership.
You
or
really
whatever
need to
it
stop
is.
calling it my rod and just.
I'm too lazy to look at the name. No, it's fine. My rod of rulership, so it is rulership. I thought it was maybe leadership. After tuning, she'll want to seek out Kip's. Firstly, I assume she'd go to just his room because the rooms are labeled, I believe. Correct?
Yes, that's what
Yep.
Anton decided.
She'll knock on the door before
Come
entering.
in.
Tikva's gonna sigh and open the door reluctantly.
It smells of lemon juice.
I'm not
Already.
surprised.
Already.
Where's Kip's in the room?
Kips?
Oh. I'm
If
probably
you say on the
just-
bed, I'm going to fight you in real life.
So he's ready for you. The
I'm
doctor
I don't
will
think he
see you
is.
now.
currently, on the ceiling, as all good doctors are, climbing the ceiling.
Poltergeist style.
Furbolgs
His neck
can
is
do
twisted
that.
180 degrees.
Poltergeist style.
That is
Tikva
now
just pulls out like
canon.
a vial of
No.
holy water and like squirts him like, no Kips, bad Kips, off the ceiling, no Antichrist.
They just get down. Fine. What is it that you need?
Tikva will clear a throat. Firstly, before we go into anything dangerous, I just wanted to check in on how Burr and Galsera are. I believe they were in your lab last. I haven't been able to see them since we were teleported to the Dwarven lands. I wanted to ensure they were all right and safe while we are to fight this upcoming battle.
Hey, DM, they're in my lab, right?
Last you remember seeing them, yeah, they entered your lab, and their dragon,
To
their pet,
assist.
their pet dragon was very much in the way all the time.
If I remember
Yes.
right, they're in my lab. I can't open my lab right
Yes.
now, though.
I hope that's more good than it is bad. Will they have sufficient food and water there? Should we not be able to access it soon?
They have
There's
lemon.
lemons there.
They have lemon.
Take bubble sigh. And that'll do.
There's
But,
also water there, I believe. Isn't there water?
but
Yeah, it's a fully stocked setup.
Yeah, there's water.
he's got a
Water,
mini
there's
fridge.
lemons,
You know,
there's lemons.
Mini
just
fridge.
It's a full liquor bar.
something,
It's,
a little,
it does have like
just a
the weight-
small
it has, like-
3-star restaurant attached.
No.
You know?
It's a
It
big
does-
restaurant of lemons. It's just lemons.
It does
An
have,
orchard.
It does have like the weighted plates on the mini fridge though, so if they take it, I charge them. It's like the
Not to mention a
a
full
cruel
liquor bar.
capitalist. I see. That's why you're a doctor.
That is why Kips is a doctor, yes. It's clearly to make it rich.
Dr. Capitalist, yes.
Dr. Kips.
Doctor. That. Anyway, Tick will be like, well, I guess that's good. With this upcoming fight, it seems we're gonna have quite a challenge. I know when those dragons attacked us back at the Nordlands, you were able to summon some sort of power and kill it instantly. I assume it was the goddess Tao mentioned today. Do you think, perhaps not even in this battle, but in another, should we be in such desperate situations, you would be able to call upon that power again reliably.
Or
Or at
What
all.
is my relationship with my god? I don't really
Thought
talk
she
to
was
them
your
that
wife. I thought I heard out of character that she was your waifu.
much. Shut up. It was just a meme.
Waifu knows me. Knows me.
Senpai
A
noticed
waifu
me.
death, oh whoa.
As far as it goes, you don't remember, Kips, you don't remember how you summoned her at all. And you don't pray to her very often.
Really
No.
don't. Yeah, no, I don't.
Oh, here's Mike's prayer. Notice me, Lemon Senpai.
Notice
Notice me, goddess of undeath.
I'm surprised he's not a worshiper of the goddess of the harvest or something.
Goddess
You
of
call me
lemons.
The lemon meme came after. See, fucking Mizna had the testicles meme. Kips has the lemon meme.
Some could
Now,
say
which one
they're
is
connected.
superior?
Some would say they're connected. If your testicles are connected to lemons, that's a problem.
I mean, is it though?
Problem then.
If your testicles are yellow, you probably need to see Kips.
You know, I thought you came in here to ask him something.
No, I did, and he hasn't responded in character.
Yeah.
It's just
I
memes
have
for 5
I have absolutely zero idea if I can get us any help from my goddess.
Tikva will sigh and be like, well, I just figured I'd ask, see if there was any chance we could summon it. I know I heard about my cousin Zaya doing something similar with her patron, but it seems she didn't know how to do that reliably either. Thank you, Kips. I believe that was all my questions, unless you needed something of me as well.
Nope, I magically produce a fedora from my back pocket, and I
Oh,
and
yeah,
then I put,
okay,
then I
simp.
put it back.
Tikva like eyes it, but then just sort of like nods and exits the room, I guess. Do I have other stuff I need to do? Trying to think. Oh, Freya. I want to visit Freya. She's not mentally stable. I should visit Freya.
Alright.
Downstairs, stabbing the shit out of straw dummy.
As you head down, going downstairs, you pass by the 2 rooms labeled for the baths. I assume one for the men, one for the women. In a different room, finding a training room where Freya has been stabbing away at things. You can hear Kurgan and Anton off in the distance in the baths at this point.
Together?
Kinky.
I don't know
I didn't
if-
think Anton swung that way,
I don't
but
know
okay.
if Anton designed this Japanese style or if he went with a traditional Americanist, but, you know. I don't ask
Go
those
for the
questions.
Japanese style. What's
Does the
that?
American
I-
version exist yet? And is the question.
I was picturing like just a big ass space that basically has got heated water in it.
Okay.
So it
Big
sounds
ass-
Japanese
big ass-
to me.
Yeah. More.
Is that
more-
what the
more,
tieflings have? What is a
More
tiefling? I've
bathhouse.
never asked. Okay.
Yeah, more bathhouse type thing than.
Yeah,
just
so
with heated
together,
water.
All right.
6 feet apart because they're not gay.
You don't love Kurgan's here. You don't know Kurgan's sexuality.
And well, Kurgan, you gonna make your move finally? This
No
is
one
the
is that.
plot we've all worked
No.
towards.
No. Kurgan's not making a move right now. He's making a move later.
All
I'm not
right.
gonna say I'm cool.
He's gonna wait until the
As
the
you
right time.
Come
comes.
into the room.
Rune of proposal.
As you come into the room, you find Freya smacking away at a couple of training dummies, still not hearing anything from her sword.
Not hearing anything. Like her sword isn't making like noise.
No, Freya's trying to get her sword to talk to her.
Oh. Tikva kind of like walks in, watches.
Switching between
And
the
then-
modes occasionally, from sword to whip.
It gets real kinky
She,
real quick.
She just like clears her throat loudly to get Freya's attention, but doesn't get closer, so she's not like slapped and sliced and
not within
killed.
sword slashing range, which is 10
Yes.
feet. Freya stops and commands the sword back into its sword form with the draconic word, and looks at you and nods. Yes.
Freya, I was just coming in to check on you and see how you were doing. Are you doing all right? You seemed very distressed with that meeting with Tao, and I wanted to check up, make sure you were feeling up to battle tomorrow. It, after all, will be a very intense one.
Simply,
And
let's put you face to face with the man who ordered the slaughter of all of your kin,
don't imagine
and
I
see
do
how well
so
you hold
well.
up. Granted, it did grant me a little bit of resolve and push me to maybe move on a little bit from some of my trauma, but I'm not sure. I'm just gonna keep working at what I can and move forward a single step at a time.
Well, I just wanted to, I guess, check on you. I don't know what we're going into, and I'm sort of wanting to cover our bases. We're getting a full rest, correct?
Yes.
DM, out of curiosity. Okay. She'll look at the. Is it like a full training ground or just like a one dummy or like?
Yeah, I assume full training ground.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
All right. Oh yeah, she'll kind of look around curiously at the training ground. It is the mansion we're able to summon anything we need, or is it just like what Anton made we get?
Well, like common things, like you can ask for food, you can ask for a drink.
I can't ask for like a semi-living dummy to test the spell on.
I mean, you can shoot at the existing ones. That it doesn't hurt the mansion. But no,
Okay.
no, you can't.
She wanted to
No.
test it on a real target.
Yeah, no, the spells I got that are new that she'd want to test kind of need a real target. I don't plan to use Freya, at least for now, no.
Yeah, and all the servants are basically souped up, unseen servants. They're just, you can see them. But yeah, that's they can get stuff. They can serve you. That's about it. Clean
Oh,
clothes,
dang.
fold clothes, do chores. They can't attack or they can't do anything like that.
Tikva hasn't really
Oh.
been in much combat with Freya, has she? Not like a whole lot.
No, and they did spar together though.
Yeah, I was just thinking, well, I don't know what much else I have to do tonight. I tuned to this new item of mine, and she kind of holds up the Rod of Rulership, but I can't really test it out on any of you.
You
But
can try
I-
to test it on me. It doesn't bother me.
Are you certain?
Believe me, I've been through worse.
Alright, if you put that sort of trust into me, then sure. She kind of holds it kind of two-handed for a second, closes her eyes, she focuses on it, then she pulls it back and holds the rod up and then lowers it to point at Freya, and her eyes flash a silver before she slams it onto the ground. And it says I use an action to present the rod, command obedience. I need a DC wisdom saving throw. The DC is very low. I'll be surprised if you fail, unless you choose to fail.
Well, I'm gonna make the point that I only get a +1 to wisdom saving throws.
Oh, well then, it's a
19.
DC.
So
Yeah, it's a
happy place.
15. It's a 15. So unless you choose to fail it, you succeed.
Nah, Freya doesn't know exactly what you're doing, and she's gonna act like an enemy would and try to resist.
All right. Then you feel like something kind of crawling at the back of your mind. Something like trying to charm you, it feels like, and then the feeling dissipates as you fight it, and Tikva kind of looks at you curiously, awaiting your response.
Interesting spell. Seems a bit weak. I remember
Yes.
some days when I was able to wield better magic. So,
It's not a very powerful item. It only has a single charge per day, and, well, as you could see, it's not too hard to overcome with a strong enough will. I'm hoping maybe I can get it worked on and make it more powerful. Same with the crown. A lot of the magic there is not up to par with my innate spell casting abilities, at least when it comes to the strength of them.
but
To
this does make me want
overcome.
to test out something that this sword can do.
As long
And
as it won't kill me right away.
oh, it won't kill you. It might hurt a bit.
I'm more than prepared to shield or heal myself. She'll, sheath the rod
Freya
again and kind
holds
of
the
get
sword
into
out
defensive stance.
and uses Thunderstep,
Alright!
testing the movement, moving across the room.
Tikva's prepared to shield herself.
Give me a con save.
Oh, a
19 or
con
better.
save! Okay. Alright, let me roll the roll. Where's my dice? Where's my dice? Okay, I found my dice.
By the way,
Con
this makes
save
thunder
her.
echo for 300 feet.
Everyone's gonna hear this shit. Hope no one was sleeping.
No, but as you guys are getting ready to fight, you just suddenly hear a very loud roar, and then everything goes dead silent again.
Oh, great. We're gonna burn this crap and then immediately have to go to a fight. Hang on. I'm trying to check
we get a
a
rest,
feature.
so
Once for short rest. I get
damage
Tikva. I get an 18, which I think is one less. However,
it is one less.
because of the fact that we're getting a long rest, you see Tikva do things she hasn't really done before, where it goes like whatever it is you're doing goes to hit her, but suddenly her eyes again flash that silver, and there's like an angelic sheen that goes over her as I use Favored by the Gods, which allows me to roll 2d4 and add it to my saving throw, which is automatically, whatever it is, make it succeed, and it shields her from the effect. So go ahead and describe it.
Well, as Freya holds up her sword and basically takes a stance, she takes a single step, and suddenly, with a flash of lightning and a clap of thunder, she's across the room.
Huh.
Energy hits you, and it pulses through you for a moment. Your favorite protection.
Tikva looks impressed, and she claps her hands idly as she walks over. She's like, "Wonderful, a new trick of yours."
No, it's more of the blade. It's more of the swords.
Still, if you can catch someone off guard with that, it'd be very useful.
It's more useful for escaping than it is offensive, I think.
Knowing when to retreat is just as important as knowing when to attack. People
Sun Tzu.
People thinking you must fight every battle to the bloody death end are definitely no generals.
That is true. I'm gonna get back to practicing, and then I may rest down here. It seems quieter and further away from that blue hairy thing.
Of course, and
Still have no
Freya,
idea what he is.
Tikva knows about furbolgs, correct?
Huh?
Royce?
Sorry?
Tikva knows what furbolgs are?
Knows what the species is, doesn't really know much about their history, as there's not much known.
But she knows Kips is one.
Yeah.
He is a furbolg. Have you never seen one before? They're
Never
believe
seen one. I've
related
heard of them,
dis-
but they're supposed to mostly be nature lovers, as far as I remember.
Oh. Well, he is very in love with his lemons. Maybe that's a byproduct of his
Lemon flavor.
race. But, I mean, it's bold to assume that. I mean, most tieflings are meant to be a certain way, and I can't say I've met any who were always like that. Same with Dragonborn, you know.
That is fair.
Isn't it that gold Dragonborn are supposed to be lawful? I don't know much about Tao, but he doesn't seem fully lawful. Maybe partly, but...
He's not really gold. He ordered the execution of most of them for coin.
Looks can be deceiving. But yes, you need
I'll
to
bid you a
train.
good night, and I will practice and rest here.
Of course, if anything comes up, please do let me know. I like to stay in the loop. And, be careful with those cards of yours. Again,
I'll only
They
draw
are
them in
very
an
dangerous.
emergency, and if I do, I'll draw all of what's left in this deck,
I
and
prefer...
hopefully take everything out with me in a good radius.
All right. As you two
Us
go
with it?
your separate ways, heading up for the night
Oh.
as time goes on, the DM decides to call this session there, as it's about 2 hours in, and some of us have to get up to work tomorrow. So, thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this session. For those still in school, I apologize. For those who aren't, well, that's even worse. So, I will catch you guys on the next session, where we find out more on what's in this old abandoned stronghold. Thank you all, and have a good night.